We are live, my friends. Live on the twitch.tv/the Xisuma. When yesterday I said, oh no, there won't be a live stream tomorrow. No, there won't. And here I am doing one. I got far more done this morning than I thought I would. Maybe because I woke up nice and early. Refreshed, recharged, ready to go for it. I was about to cough then. Need to drink some water. Yes, anyway, I have enough time to do a stream, so I was like, let's do it. I've got some ideas in my noggin. And I need some food. There is no food in this inventory, is there? Okay, okay. It's all in here. It's all in here. Fifth Alice, Fortunate Naruto, Rasby the Player, Mayan Rana, Black Rama. This fish is stuck even. Welcome to the stream. Ikazu says, oh look, it's Xisuma, I won't stream tomorrow, Void. Yeah. Hey look, why don't we just try and keep a streak going, right? Daily streams. Let's just try and keep it going. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I'm not in a groove yet. I've talked about this, like trying to get back into a groove again with things. Like I worked out today for the first time in what, 4.5 weeks, and it felt rough. But I think once I get that going again, that's usually like a good foundation for a routine and a groove, and I'll get back into scheduling and being a bit more organized. But until then, it's going to be a bit day by day still, it feels like. Anyways, let's talk about the plan for today. The plan is to do colossal chests. And I know pretty much exactly what I want to do. We've just got to establish a little bit... Oh, how'd the skeleton get out here? I guess... Shoot this guy. Shoot him, I say. Come on, you can do better than that. No! No, stop trying to dodge. Yes, kill him! Wreck that fella for me. I mean, he didn't dodge that arrow, did he? Right. I need a bunch of this. Very good. I've got a bunch of this. Cool. I might have gotten too much of it. Got any tools here I don't need? Got loads of stuff I don't need. Chisel, 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 whizzle. So this thing right here will now give us access to a whole bunch of super duper awesome, very cool textures, which we are going to use. Ooh, I like that one. We do need to find something that complements it, though. I was thinking maybe dark oak wood. Is this dark oak or spruce? That's spruce. Wait, you're in here now? Oh look, we've used up all of our lava, and it's affected this over here. Dang, well, I guess we'll have to put an end to the lava generation for now. Or sorry, the creation of the basalt stuff. Rasby the Player says, what do you think about conspiracy theories and freedom of speech? I agree, my friend. I agree. This whole idea that we should have freedom of speech, what a conspiracy it is. God, we shouldn't have freedom of speech. No one needs that. In all seriousness, I think that freedom of speech is a principle that everyone should have access to. And yes, some people will come out with bad ideas and say nasty things, but that's part of living in a free society, and we have to combat those bad things with compassion and better ideas, in my opinion. Okay, so what do we do over here? We could just uncouple all of that for now. I kind of just want to put a freeze on anything happening here. I've got a weird feeling if I did it through this... Let's do a quick test, actually. That the block would get sucked out. It doesn't, actually, which probably means I incorrectly configured the other thing. So if we go through like this, it's a temporary way to turn it all off, and then we should see the lava goes elsewhere. Okay, so we turned them off, but it'll take a while for the lava to fill up here. And when it does, it'll start going elsewhere. So that should slowly repair itself. ACTV says we should also punish people for being arseholes more, though. I disagree. I disagree strongly because a lot of time, especially on the internet, there is a lack of context. There is a lack of nuance in understanding what someone is saying when they are using text. It can be very easy to interpret language as being aggressive. I think you want to give people the benefit of the doubt within reason and try and being compassionate and kind and you know, encourage conversation, because punishing people, you know, like being an arsehole is not a crime. Being mean to someone is, you know, not something that we think is punishable, right? Like punishable, what does that mean? Go to jail? Get in trouble? I mean, there's different degrees of what punishment means. So yeah, is being rude to each other a part of freedom of speech? Says Surprise T. Yeah, I heard this quote the other day that I really liked, and I didn't write it down, but it really stuck in my head, that living in a free society is being perpetually annoyed. I.e., if you're in a free society, you are going to rub up against other points of view, people that you disagree with. The problem is that we live in an environment where I feel like when you disagree with someone, it's like you get pushed to the extreme of what that means. That they then have to become the worst version of whatever it is they are about with their opinion. So, you know, it's kind of like sometimes the difference is in your own hands, in your own mind. True, it's not a crime, but what I mean is, I feel like being mean or rude should have more consequences. Yeah, you know, there are times when people just need to be taught a lesson, but it's always depends on the situation, depends on the context, right? I personally see so much stuff happening online that I feel like the opposite is more often needed, that people need to calm down, we need more compassion, we need more connection, we need to see our commonality more so than our divisions and the things that separate us, because there seems to just be so much of it. Right, so we're going to be building this... No, wait. Okay, all this conversation is going to throw me off. We were looking for a material of wood to work with, and you know what? I never really looked up and saw if there were some saplings that we could craft to make... Now, why do I not see... I see one sapling? Going mad here. Yeah, okay. Huh, so there is a misspelt sapling in the pack. Like, I wonder if some of these are maybe craftable. If they were probably craftable from another sapling. Yeah, here you go. I don't know if these yield wood though. But like, if you want... Oh, look at this. If you want... Right, if you want string coming in, you better use that. Let's actually see if we can passively farm string that way then. The thing is that if you restrict freedom of speech, even within the best intentions, you end up restricting all speech that goes against the status quo, says Shinny. That is really well worded, and I couldn't agree more. Which is why, when it comes to the infamous, what's it called? The paradox of intolerance. I think the person who came up with that idea comes out with a conclusion that you need some level of intolerance towards intolerance, which I kind of don't agree with. Like you said, the status quo then becomes the defining part of all that. String. I was looking for string, actually. Just 3. 1, 2, 3. We got Doomio Lag here for 54 months. You can also buy saplings in the market block. Oh, right. Not sure if it's in this pack. Oh, okay. I've encountered that one in other packs. I know what that is. You see, we're not actually getting oak saplings over here. We were told these might cause an issue, but it kind of seems to me like if they can't eject the sapling, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Seems to be what's going on here. Do we actually have any oak saplings left? Yeah, we do. This is why I like the recipe book, because if I couldn't remember what that was, they would be in my inventory so I could see it in the recipe book. Tanny Glaze, thank you for 27 months of support. That is incredible. Thank you so much. Look at this. We've actually got this one going on twice, so When did like these get knocked off my hotbar? Let's repurpose this. Hi Kazu, thank you for swinging by. Have a great rest of your day, whatever you're up to. Let's chuck that there, and then... Oh, look, I've got to get rid of all of this. It's going to fill up my inventory. Yeah. What am I going to do with all of that, eh? Now, the thing is, I don't really have much inventory space to begin with. Ugh. You know, we're trying to get storage sorted out, and feel like more than ever, yep, storage is what we want. You know, this is just an experiment I'm doing right here. Just a brief little experiment it was supposed to be. There you go, sorted it out. So we're expecting to get some string or something from this tree. So far, just that stuff. And it didn't come with a different material. It's actually only 5 you can craft dead bushes. That's cool. Now, what about anything else over here? So this feels like a big old distraction. Probably just going to end up going down a rabbit hole. So let's try out this dark oak wood. We got Tommy WCW, or sorry, YCW here, gifting a sub to Chioatus. Thank you for gifting that sub, my dude. Thanks for supporting our community. The baby tree looks super cute, says Shinny. It does, doesn't it? So this stuff creates that stuff. Or not. There we go. This material would probably start, let's see. We'll probably go back in a couple of blocks. Or then again, the basalt stuff might start here. I think I'd just be overthinking it at this point. Let's go and put those down like here. How wide do I want that to be? Oh, that wide is how wide I want it to be, funny enough. Yeah, so, right, we're going to... oh, I really want to get, like, some shape going on in here. We're not going to have a lot of variation if we use this for the floor. The problem is I need, like, multiple textures, actually. Maybe I would be more comfortable with having stone or something on the ground. And then chisel... Oh, sorry, basalt on the walls and ceiling. That's, you know, stone looks kind of nice. Probably a bit nicer than cobble, so we need to get some smelting going. Oh, you can also chisel... Oh, that's the lifesaver right there. Okay. Now, those don't become stairs, I'm noticing. But here... Yeah, I remember. So... Ooh. We probably want a mix. Like, that and that are going to alternate really well. Probably not that one so much. Change the direction with this in an occasion. So it looks like there's 3 things that we want for the floor. So if we split that up. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. And we do a little bit of randomization. So our floor is apparently going to be this level. You can see how this inventory is just going to get ugly quickly at this point, so we'll need to sort that out, but bit of an experiment here. Let's just chew out all of this. That looks terrible because... It's not how... I mean, does it look terrible? That's... In my mind, it's just like, no, a floor never has floorboards that just randomly change like that, right? Or am I mistaken? What do you think, peeps? Oh, it just broke. Dang. That's not giving me a lot of space to figure this stuff out. I might have taken the wrong approach doing this bit first. It might have been smarter to do the storage thing first. That's very important. So is that in a way. Yeah, a little bit better now, aren't we? What we need is some ingots. These ones, particularly. Krebstar says a bit confusing looking. If you do a checkerboard, it would look cool. Yeah, I'm sort of trying to avoid a obvious pattern. Another thing we can chisel is dirt. Also, it might be nice to have like a lighter material here to contrast. I really like the look of the achacha, actually. Ooh. No, that's it. I think I might... Oh, gosh. Okay. My brain is getting all excited by the possibilities here, which is good. That means you're in creative mode, right? When you start going, oh! When you're excited about an acacia texture, you know you're in the creative zone. or you might be slightly mad. I don't know. I'm Minecraft mad anyway. So, let's actually look at it like that. Oh, can we like get a... That should... Oh, this is something else, isn't it? Okay, that's what I was looking for, right? Ooh. Yeah, you see, I really want to get away from a pattern, but I want something that has, like, texture. Enough to, like, create a sense of organic variety. There's definitely, like, a couple here that look like they could fit side by side. Maybe even just that. Oh, this is all slightly paler as well, which looks really good. I'm not sure if I've ever really built with this before. Let's grab our axe, as we've got some chopping to do. Oh, that one's just unbreaking. Well, we'll use it. It's May School here for 80 months. Goodness me, setting the new number. 80 is the ceiling. Mace, welcome to the stream, my dude. We also got Raven Monster here for 5 months, and Becca11 gifting a sub to Leonard M54. Appreciate it. Travis says, what did he call the achacha wood? No, you got it, achacha. That's it. I think he even spelt it correctly as well. Right, let's mess about with this. Okay, so again, I'm trying to make up my mind because there's like a couple of things. So that's the wrong way. I think those two together could give you... Let's try those two. Let's just try something, right? So for the floor... it's just kind of occurred to me. If I can't... Yeah, look at that. So I can just throw in the... Oh, that's nice. That might be just what I'm looking for, really. It just breaks it up and makes it feel... Yeah, that's really subtle. I like that ever so much. Now... The problem we might encounter here is that the stair block equivalent doesn't exist. However, there might be something in this pack, and I don't think there is. Unless... what about chisel and bits? Which I really don't want to go down the hassle. The route of hassling. The hassling of the route, the hassle, the wassle. Yeah, okay, so... Not my favourite, but this is the way we'll do it, okay? This is the way we shall do it. So, we continue with our nice randomisation of textures. Throw these things in. And we need to give them... Are we doing that bit? Yeah, we're doing that bit too. Now we need to give them a little bit of chisel, which is not fun. I think we need a stick and a diamond. Let's see if that's it. Oh, that's the other one, isn't it? Dang it, I could have just... Well, it is a stick and a diamond. It's just that way around. Okay. Now we need the... We need to make a bit, and then we need to make a bag. I think I saw a chisel bag come through the loot crates, which would just be easier to do it that way. Joel Kip, welcome to the stream, my dude. Conboy, thank you for 56 months. Dang. AX loving the modded Stone Derp series. Keep it up. Thank you, my dude. I've been loving it too. It's been a lot of fun. We got Crushing Psycho here for 5 months. Thank you, Crushing Psycho. So I'm sure I saw one somewhere here. My eyes are approving. By the way, this is all backed up, so we got some work to do for this thing at some point. That's a crazy Enderman head. Left, someone says. I'm looking to my left. Ah. Yes. There are 35 of those. Wow, okay. So here's where we need to, I remember, figure out where it is. That's the one that we want. When I use chisel and bits, what I like to do is like stick to the vanilla shapes and stuff. So I don't want to make these stairs extra fancy or anything. We're doing this so that we can have the stair block for this block. Cool. Right, so I'm settled on that. I think that's going to be really nice. The question is, will it mix? Does it blend? Is it going to fit in with the basalt? And the basalt will be probably layered. In fact, there was one texture that really worked for me, and that was that one. I feel like that's what I'm going to go with. So we'll chisel that. I have no idea where it is. It's that one. It's called Zag. And I'm actually going to chisel some more cha-cha wood, so let's grab some. That is the texture I'm looking for. We're going to create some sort of pillars, I think, with this one. Now, just looking, I really don't know what's going to happen at this level. I'll probably do something with the salt again to kind of bring it around, and then let's say we have our first one of these here. This is going to be like all the way up to the ceiling. And apparently I've got like, you know, a torch there. This is news to me. And I feel like this will end up needing more to it eventually, but for now we're going to go with that. This will allow us to... Oh, do you know what? I need some more building tools now that I think about it. Okay, let's go there. The building tool that I need now is... Let's put that one back and take out the wand. We actually got a wand somewhere, but I don't know where it is, so never mind. We have a wand that can be powered. Let's say we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we just bring it all the way up. I don't understand this. Why? Why Minecraft? Ugh. Ow. Looks pretty darn awesome, if you ask me. This texture, though, I think needs something to complement it, so later on we'll probably come back and change it up a bit. Now, I do want this to line up with the corridor. You know what? Actually, no, I don't. I want to get away from perfectly measuring stuff out all the time. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the next one would be there, which just happens to be perfectly measured out. No! I was prepared for it to be wrong, and I was going to embrace the wrongness. Oh, God. Minecraft. Why are you always doing this to me, eh? I was going to embrace the wrongness, peeps. I was going to become one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think the texture hurts from, like, just filling in the space behind. Sometimes you get, like, a border on a texture. This doesn't have it, so we get to do that. We bring this down, and we bring that across. And you're kind of seeing where it's going now. I think that looks pretty cool, but this texture is probably questionable. Might change it out for something else, actually. I think it's too a chattery. I think we need, like, the dark oak equivalent, maybe. So if we go into here and we select dark oak and that one, and then we chisel all, it will replace all of those, I think, or not. So let's try again. Why did it not do all? I think it did it. There you go. Okay, now they're grouped together, but that one isn't. So we have a wand called the moving wand. I think there is such a thing as the replace wand. Aloof Cats, welcome to the stream. Always good to see you here, my dude. Hope all is well. Winnie T. Ford says, good for you, X, for not obsessing. Yes, that is the attitude I am trying to cultivate. Oh, and by the way, like I've almost got an itch to play modded again after this, because I was thinking about how the base slows down the gameplay, and I kind of thought it might be really cool next time I do modded to deliberately build in a way where absolutely zero aesthetic value, and just try and create like a a base contraption where everything is just plugged into everything, right? Like, just imagine a unraveling ball of automation. And I thought that could be a really fun way to play. Because often there's been like little moments where we could automate something, and I don't, because I think, oh, it needs to go in a room, it needs to look interesting, which is a good way to play. But like, what's the opposite of that? It's like tack it onto the thing you've already got, which I thought could end up looking really bizarre. The blaze rods down there are quite valuable for, I think we got a quest that relies on that, but I see a wand all the way at the top. Let's see if it's the right one or not. Like a factory, says Forrest Gramps. Think of it like a factory, but without any layout. Oh, it gave me 2. And no, I just want to put it back. That's a common problem with these things, isn't it? They give you 2 at a time. Illumination wands. I might even be able to craft this thing. I don't know, like, what it takes to make it. That's it, though, I think. So, like, a replace wand is what I was thinking of. Wait, no, that's the wrong bit. This is it. That is the swapping. It's called swapping wand, right? Oh, and how are those made? So I could make one, because I got blaze rods, as I just discussed. I needed it for something important, but this might be better. Just have another check that we don't have that. I'm looking across one at a time. I'm really not seeing it. Yeah, I don't think we have that, so we need 6 blaze rods. We got 12. Cool, now we need some gold. We got a noise in the ear from Sun Nofa, here for 4 months. Sun Nofa, thank you for your subscription, appreciate it. Kono Tyrant says, Xisuma, you should be able to change the chisel directly to change the texture on the place block. Yeah, but the problem is I want to swap the block with something else, as opposed to just change it. Let's make those cores. Whoopsie. And then it was redstone block and glowstone blocks. Ah, we've got a problem here. That'll free up a bit of space. There it is. Cool, that will make the wands, and now I need a way to charge it, which is another thing I had not thought of yet. Also, we've got some chisels and bits there that can go into the bag, and then that can go into here, along with that. Oh, we've got more, have we? I'm just going to throw them on the ground. And then they're going to get picked up. Ugh. Useless. How do we charge it, peeps? What's the quickest way to charge it? Yellow Harold says, this music reminds me of that Jeff Wayne War of the Worlds album. Pretty cool. Yeah, it's got a little bit of that kind of theatre to it, hasn't it? That's a great record, by the way. I love that record. I know that one of these blocks you can like chuck it in and it charges. I'm just wondering if we've got something already, but I don't think we do. Building wand, says Wolf. No, I want the swapping wand right now. Energetic infuser from thermal expansion or charger from Ender IO. The energetic infuser has silver. Yep, the other one was gold, copper, lead, tin. Right, look at this inventory. Need a temporary chest. Let's scoot all the things in. That's pretty handy. What was it like? There was some silver. I think there were 2 of those. I think there's a bunch of tin and maybe lead. And then you always need iron. Then there's probably glass. Glass. There we go. Let's try it then. So, oh yeah, and redstone. And copper. Did I pick up the copper? Monkey Juice, thank you for the Prime subscription, my dude. Appreciate you subscribing. Let's get that lead gear done. The machine frame requires the tin. Did I not pick up tin then? Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, in we go. I think I picked up tin twice, according to that. Oh, I needed that again. Oh, silver. Okay, silver. Ah, I got them the wrong way around, that's why. Nice, and last of all the copper. And then we make it. Dang, yo! There we go, that was quick. Grab this thing, wherever it is, that thing, yep. Put those away. And we'll have this just over here. With that thing on top. To give it some juice. Where's my tools at? Where are my tools at? They're in here. Is a diamond furnace good? Says it's Uwu Ishimaru. I don't know, I haven't made one. That charged up pretty quick. And now it will probably uncharge pretty quick as well. That's kind of slow. I think. Slushy, you're a Duke. Thank you for the Prime subscription, my dude. That is appreciated. Itsuwu says, sorry, I'm new to modding Minecraft. That is quite alright. That is quite alright. Let's go ahead and try and use this thing. So you have to sneak right-click to select the block. Right-click an empty block in the air to select offhand mode. Click on blocks to replace. Yikes. Give it a go. So I think this one's already got to be like placed somewhere. So I'll put one down here. So let's read it again. Right click empty air, right click. So, right. You don't have the right block. What? It said something about being on the offhand. Right. That? Oh, interesting. You don't have the right block. I feel like I definitely have the right block. Maybe it just doesn't work with those blocks. I don't know. Well, that was a waste of time. That was a bit of time wasted that we'll never get back on this planet. That little bit of time has been stolen from us, taken forever, by the mod that didn't work. By the way, what about the height of this? I kind of feel like that height might be good enough. Also, we should probably get Spruce up in here. My friend Spruce. Spruce Willis. Where you at, Spruce, my homie? Wait, where is Spruce? Here? There you are. Because that has an equivalent. Yeah, it doesn't look. It looks way too contrasty, I think. Yeah, nah, that's going to stick out like a sore thumb. So we'll go with this one. Oh yeah, and the height. I think I'll stick with that height. Am I out of that block? Let's check it out. So I can't see it. Which one is it? It's the Zag. Have we got Zig? So now when I click here, that'll go one block higher. I think I might have liked it a little smaller actually. It would make building this thing easy. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No! Wrong ones. They should really not be in my hotbar. Oh. What happened there? Dang. Well, we know what happened there. These are the wrong ones. The wrong ones that shouldn't be in my hotbar. Oops. Yeah, so how's this looking then? Let's get it all the way over to this spot and going down that way. Have I got more? I should have more. Let's, Oh, I didn't get a lot of dark oak, did I? If we were to establish cannibalism as a legal thing, Weird solving world hunger and overpopulation at the same time. What's your take on that? I don't know if that's serious or not. Okay, but first of all, let's go ahead and legalize cannibalism. How would that go down? Everyone would just be like, all right, yeah, that's cool. We're cool with it. There wouldn't be any issues there, any social upheaval. No. Second of all, we've already solved world hunger. The problem is wastefulness and profitability around food. We can make enough food for everyone. That's not an issue. It's that it can't be distributed in an economically profitable way where everyone gets to eat and can be made profit out of. So if it were profitable to feed everyone would be fed, because those companies love to make profit, don't they? Oh God, stop making profit. And you can argue that it's wrong, and I think that it's kind of wrong. Like, because you hear these stories about how, there'll be like warehouses of food, and it's cheaper to leave it there and destroy it than it is to ship it to somewhere where people need to eat. So that's a big problem. I don't want that wood, it can stay out there. Yeah, and I've never ever heard anyone propose cannibalism. Like, how would that... Like, what are you picturing? That we would just, run around the streets killing each other for food? That wouldn't go down very well. And... Oh, would you... What, you want to eat people? Dang, I don't know. So we just wait for someone to oof and then eat them, which isn't illegal. Well, if it weren't illegal, it wouldn't be illegal, right? So that's what this person's proposing. I don't know how that... Again, it would run into the same problem. Let's say we did it, we legalized it, and then people actually went, yeah, we're cool with this, and didn't revolt. Then you'd run into the same problem, right? We've got a bunch of dead people over here, but it's not profitable to process and turn them into food for these poor people over there. So you just have the same problem. You just have the same problem again. You know? You'd have the exact same... You haven't solved anything with cannibalism. We kind of knew that already, though. Jeez, that's the wackiest... The wackiest one I've heard in... Was that a serious suggestion? Because, if it was, I don't think it was very well thought through. Also, a lot of morticians would go out of business because they can't afford to go to culinary school. Oh, yeah. That's great. Cat is live, so it's probably a joke, Lameo. It might be, but here's the thing, right? Like, have you ever read the subreddit Shower Thoughts? People have really weird ideas all of the time that just require you to get over that initial eureka in your head and then go, oh yeah, here's a million reasons that doesn't work or whatever. I do it. I'm guilty of it. Like, I quite frequently think about stuff and then I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if you did? Oh yeah. Oh no, wait a minute. That would be an absolutely idiotic idea. How did I not think of this other thing first? Like, it's a pretty Oh yeah, we're still actually using the Achacha, aren't I? So here's me trying to shuffle it away when we're in the middle of using it. Look at this. We got a nice feeling design down here, and it still needs to go through a few more iterations. And we definitely want to get more of it built. How much more? I kind of want to get this corridor over here done, and then we're going to put our colossal chest in somewhere. Flint says shower thoughts are my thoughts. Shower thoughts crack me up, but they're often terrible. Cannibalism, under the laws of many countries, is technically legal. Of course, murder and homicide is illegal. This is to get around it being a survival situation. Or you're forced by someone to eat human. Of course, it happens, you'll need to have a very good reason to. I've heard like the occasional story, like horror story of accidental cannibalism, and everyone's heard probably like a survival story of it as well. There was also that crazy story from Germany where that like guy wanted to be eaten and met up with someone. I can't remember what happened in the end, but like there's a pretty fascinating story. I myself don't really want to be... Do you know what? Actually, I say I don't want to be eaten, but here's the thing, like I see death as being part of the cycle of life. So, you know, I'd be like, for me, I don't want to be cremated because I learned that cremation is actually bad for the environment and bad for your participation in the circle of life. So, I would like to just be have my corpse untouched, you know, just like none of these damaging chemicals and all that sort of stuff. They're damaging for the environment, but they're like there to preserve bodies and whatnot. Like, I don't want any of that. I just want to be chucked in a hole in the ground to rot, right, and go back into the cycle of life. Because if you get cremated, your ashes don't, as I understand it, aren't useful anymore for the cycle of life. Donate your body to science, says Winnie T. Ford. Well, I'm on the donor list thing. I don't know if there's like a next level where it's like, use my body for wacky experiments. I mean, I might sign up for that. I don't know. But I would like to just like, you know, go back into the ether or whatever. Like, become a part of the cycle of life again. So that would mean essentially becoming food for other people. Or, you know, through the food chain for animals first, then for something else. That's kind of nice. It's got like a raw thing to it. That's kind of... let's look at this without the hollow. That, I think that there is actually... Let's try it. Let's try that one, because I think it's like each texture is unique, but they all fit together. Oh, and, you know, there's no light up there at the moment, so that kind of aids it. Yeah, this is a good design. But it suffers that problem of just being one block too tall. The width suits the height. If I made it one lower, I think you'd notice it. So I think we're just going to have to suffer that. Liger says, Xisuma the Frankenstein experiment. Yeah, no thanks. You see, like, I'm kind of like of the belief that, like, if you donate your organs, I don't think like there's going to be some sort of weird afterlife experience where that is a problem in one way or another. But I don't like the idea of like donating your body to science because they're going to like mess with the brain and, I don't know, put a bunch of chemicals and electricity in there, because I might shoot back into existence and like exist in a form of eternal torment or something, you know? Like, I don't want eternal torment. No thanks. It's not my cup of tea, alright? Let's go and chisel that a bunch of times, right? Because we are definitely interested in getting this thing, like, looking real good over here. By the way, we were supposed to do the colossal chest today. We ain't even started it yet. I also want to put, like, a block down here, and I'm thinking... I was kind of thinking, like, a chiseled gold block or something that looks kind of valuable, but we do need a light source, and I think we're going to end up using some glowstone. So let's go ahead and make some of these to be chiseled. Kind of like that. I kind of like that. The first one that I click on. What else is... Ooh, that could be quite nice. Let's go with that one. And I think what we'll do is we'll put them in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have a space, and then we'll put the other block there. Kind of looks a bit like high-tech now. Subtly high-tech for some reason. It doesn't fully match this. I don't think I'm going to get too complicated with that. I think that's something I'll come back to. I really just want to get this thing functional. If I really care enough to change it, I will. We got 2020 Crew Chev here with some cheers and biddies saying, "Hey X, is there any chance you would review White Chappelle's new album on your music channel? I don't even know if that's up your alley, but it seems like something you might listen to. Also, have a great day." Thank you for the cheers and bits. Thank you for the suggestion. As always, I just say, like, if you want me to listen to something, tweet it at me. And then I'll go give it a listen, and it might be something I chuck onto my list. I am looking for, like, different bands and artists to listen to, so always the best way is just to tweet me when I check my Twitter feed. I'll have, like, a bit of time to go listen to it, as obviously I'm streaming right now. But thank you for the suggestion. Appreciate it. Did I miss some other noises here? I think I'd missed Legacy 642 with the 37 months. Thank you so much, my dude. Thank you so much. Any genre, says Smell-O-Vision. Any genre. Particularly stuff that I don't normally listen to. Like, I always want to challenge myself, and as much as I am very open to lots of types of music, I tend to just fall into listening to, you know, the typical set of records that I would like, and also I tend to like chase like a scene or two a bit. Like for me at the moment, it's been like Dungeon Synth for a long time, and now it's starting to like morph into this Berlin school scene as well. I've found like a few things I want to listen to from that music scene. I haven't like just stepped into something completely wild and different, which is always nice to find. Okay, we've got the wood planks, so I think I accidentally chucked away those. So those were the other ones, so those two go together. And I kind of feel like this is the one that wants to get used more. Like the other one sort of breaks up the flow a bit. So we might try and lean into that a bit. By the way, speaking of music, I could definitely talk on some interesting music-related stuff. But I need the toilet. So I'm not going to start talking about anything too deep right now. Too complex. Okay, let's just get the rest of these put in. Is this my... Ah! Yeah. This, my friends, is going to be our corridor design. It's going to go through our base. It is actually a little on the tall side, isn't it? But hey, we'll roll with it for now. It's got a vibe. That's what I like. I think that's the one, isn't it? Is that the right one? Yeah, it is. There goes the smeltery, says Midnight. Yeah, that was never correctly positioned, was it? But hey, now that we got this layout, it's going to be so easy to put stuff in the right spot, which is great. Let's go grab this raw stuff, the real riggedy raw, and find that other texture again. There it is. Oh, it's so annoying to have to jump. I'm currently also playing Stoneblock myself, and it's the most fun I've had with Minecraft for a while, says Height and Ren. Yeah, do you know what? I wouldn't say it's the most fun I've had for a while, but definitely having more fun with this mod pack than I thought I might initially. Oh, I see what happened. I was like, I didn't run out of blocks, and it's like, oh yeah, the wand broke. So that's it. What do you think, peeps? I reckon what we need in the long run, though, is like some shelves and little like decorative things to hang in them as we walk around. We also got to build a transition out over here. I think I wanted to do that using basalt. Let's go back into the basalt and pick something like with a pillar kind of feel to it. That's kind of alright. Yeah, I think either that or that. I think we'll go with that one. Tiles is the name. So I kind of know that I want them to go in this space. So that's a given. And then the transition is the next part. So I think there'll probably be like an additional texture down there. And then we need some other kind of texture in here. Okay, let's go back to the tiles. Is there one that connects that I could use? I know there is. That's the one I want. Right, so that I want to have like this. Maybe even there as well. And then we need to just fill in this with like another texture again. Well, what could it be this time? Actually that, because it matches what we've already got, basically. Let's also put some cobble, because I do want to kind of like fill in these little spots that might end up having something spawn in it. So we do that on both sides. And we kind of get closer to a very complete feeling area. There it is. Yeah, that's nice. That's an alright transition right there. Dang. It's pretty slick. We need to probably sort out the lighting a little bit. But now I'm going to put a torch here and there until we get some like lantern-y things later. Yeah, very nice. Don't know why there's still like random stone here. It needs to be grass. Come on. Where the dirt at, homie? Divine Guide, thank you for your subscription. Appreciate that. The roof maybe need a little light, says Height and Rent. For now, we're good, but yes, you are right. We probably do need something hanging down from the top. That being said, actually, now that all the glowstone's in, it's pretty balanced, the lighting in here. Right, and we're ready to like expand this and start building our colossal chest, because now we've got like a grid layout for all of this. But I'm going to take a quick moment to go to the toilet, and when I get back, we're going to stand as well. Rosate says it's simple in its beauty and beauty in its simplicity. Ah, the poetry is flowing. Oozing. Right, I'll be right back, peeps. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm back. Let's drink some water. Also, is it me or can I not hear any music all of a sudden? Maybe it's just a quiet bit of the song. And I'm going to drink some more water. That little ribbon sticking out is so cute, says Christina. It is, isn't it? It looks better when I don't have the helmet on. I mean, it almost looks like it's part of the axolotl look. I probably should just leave that off. Don't really need it in here, do I? Right, So. These blocks. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bam. Bam. Like that. You've got to make the noise, otherwise it doesn't work. Not sure if 3... Yeah, no, 3's about right, isn't it? So this is like our little crossroads right here. Very good. Oh yeah, and then... I'll take out all of this. I think I should get another building one sorted out. And get rid of some of this cobble. Ghost9 says, thoughts on cannabis and do you use it at all? Oh, we're going for all the controversial topics today. If you go to my Xisuma Says channel, you can hear me talk about my history with cannabis. It is not for me. I am not a drugs person, and I had to learn that the hard way. What am I trying to make again? A wand. I listened to this really fascinating podcast a while back where someone was making an argument to legalize all drugs, and it was just one of the most intelligent ways of talking about it, and it's something that I commonly think about, which is education, because a lot of how we learn about things like this is more along the lines of things being moralized, and you're sort of given like a picture of something as opposed to being educated about all the details of something. And so, like, when I heard about this argument to legalize all drugs from that perspective, I was kind of like, that's how I feel about a lot of stuff. Like, when you hear about, I don't know, some horrible, racist group or whatever, and people want to silence them, I feel like it should be more about, no, educate people about what this is and what they're saying, and, what the other ideas are. Because I believe that the better ideas win out, and that people are reasonable and decent, and they get caught up in bad ideas because of a lack of an education, a lack of hearing other ideas and understanding things. The more you can know, the more you can learn about what you don't know as well. The Dunning-Kruger effect, as they call it. Sometimes you just don't know that you don't know something. You think you know it, but it turns out there's a lot more about that, and you didn't know. And that's fine. Normally the simple ideas tend to win, says Shadow Warrior. It's a bit broad, bit of a broad stroke there, but that's why I think education is important, because I think you're more susceptible to have a bad time with drugs the less you know about them. The more you know about them, the better informed you are to make a decision, right? And that's not saying that they're right or they're wrong, or that I know what's best for you or don't. I'm just saying the more information you would have as an individual would help you make a better decision in your life. It's true of anything. And so when drugs are demonized, people do not actually understand them. You know, if I knew now what I know about cannabis and other drugs, I might have not actually done them when I was younger. Yeah, also telling people to shut up doesn't make them any less racist, for example. They're just racist in silence. Exactly. We need to understand the why. Always try to understand the why. If you understand the why, you can try to solve the problem, says Sir Demon. Well said, my friend. Well said. That is exactly how I feel. About a lot of things, really. I think it's a two-edged sword. I fully agree that education is important, but it's also the person you're speaking to needs to be open to a change of mind. Otherwise, you might as well talk to a wall. Right, but talking to someone who isn't willing to change their mind isn't the worst thing ever. The problem is when you encounter people like that, the response tends to, more often or not, be like people get aggravated, they resort to insulting, they stop listening. Like, it's okay to not agree with someone and walk away. I think there is a lot of power in civility there. Because when you, like, people tend to not respond well to someone telling them they're wrong and shouting at them, oh, you're not listening or whatever. It doesn't like further you anywhere. You just have to accept that yes, some people are difficult. But a lot of people are probably not that difficult, but we get sucked into this like trap of talking to each other in an uncivil way, and I think that exacerbates the problem. This wall of chests is like kind of annoyingly aligned with this, is what I'm noticing, but we'll probably figure out a way to make it work here. In fact, I can kind of already see the way, I think. I really do want to do the chest thing today, but I think I might just continue like rolling with the building and chatting because we're like in a groove here. So my idea today was like, let's get colossal storage done. We might not even get started at this rate. That's fine. That's fine. We've got cheers and bits from GCastle15 saying, you also have to look at people's pride and their ego that stops people from accepting other ideas. Yes. Very well said again. And look, like, all of what I'm saying is something I've gone through myself. By the way, wordy, Daryl Davis, I really like that guy. I've watched quite a few of like documentaries they've done on him. He's someone worth looking up and listening to, I think. But yeah, like pride and ego. Like, a lot of what I'm saying comes from turning the light on myself, right? Like trying to like see where my own shortcomings are and ignorances are, and I notice things like that. Like, you have pride, you have ego, and they get in the way. Like, it's so easy to like hear a piece of information that goes in contrast with what you believe, and you naturally just sort of dismiss it. And it's very easy to see a headline or something written, and it's like, oh, I'll read this because it confirms what I already think. Now, neither of those things speak to if it's actually wrong or right. That takes a lot more work to figure out, but like being able to spot that when you do it yourself, then you can see, actually, you know, this is what we do as people. This is why we should treat each other with more civility and stuff, because we critique one another, but we all fall short to the same things, essentially. Right, let's. I'm going to put more of this glowstone in next. Right, disagreements are normal, especially in conversations like these, and people are not really well educated on how to navigate hard conversations much anymore, unfortunately, says Basil Bones. Yeah, that's it. You need to learn how to navigate those conversations as well, and they are difficult. I think one of the best things you can do, though, is to not be too invested in the idea that you're changing someone else's mind, and be more open to just listening. Now, if you're going to take someone with like an extremely unfavourable view and apply what I just said to it, that might sound absurd, but it's like, if you learn why they think that way, you might be able to say something that you know, helps them in some way or not. But it rarely comes from, you know, a position of moral authority or whatnot. People have to, like, in some ways figure this stuff out on their own, and it tends to come from like civility and being taken seriously, which is like not how people treat each other in this day and age on the internet. It's always just, you know, taking things to the extreme. I saw an example of it on Twitter just yesterday. I could literally go see if it's still there on the feed. Let's see if it is. If I scroll down, I'm looking at Twitter now. God. It might not be something I want to talk about. I just want to see the tweet and remember what it was, because I was like, I kind of agree with you, but like, you got it wrong. Where is... There it is. Oh, okay, yeah. So, like, someone that I... if you go on my Twitter, you'll notice that I don't actually follow anyone. What I decided to do was categorize people that I air quotes follow, considering I don't really use Twitter very much for Twitter things. I put them into lists. So in one of these lists, I follow someone who was, like, calling out the whole air quotes, like, do your own research, right? When people say that, you should do your own research. And, you know, I agree there is something very wrong with that statement, but immediately the tweet goes to, like, what is the worst possible interpretation of this? It's like, you're going to call someone out who might say do your own research, but then make it into the nastiest thing that could mean, you know? And that's not helpful, because now someone who reads that, who, you know, might say do your own research, then is equated to something really mean and horrible. So, like, if we're going to throw out tweets and ideas into the ether for anyone to see, they need to be kind, they need to be compassionate, they need to be understanding. Like, what is do your own research? It's usually, like, to throw doubt on whatever the narrative is in the conversation, this idea that you actually need to go and look into this for yourself because you would find something different, which sort of, to some people, sounds reasonable. The thing with that is that we maybe overestimate our ability to do research. And to, like, again, the Dunning-Kruger effect. You don't know what you don't know. I've never taken, like, a course in doing research. I vaguely understand how, like, the peer review system works. I think the average person may not realise that they're not equipped with the tools to do decent research. And the reason I think this is because I watch a lot of, like, education-y videos, and I like to learn about shortcomings of the mind and thought, and, like, how you can be tricked with thinking, and then you kind of notice all these pitfalls of our own sense of reasoning. And, like, a lot of people who might do their own research might not know these concepts or ideas, and maybe if they did then learn of them, they might perhaps question some of their own research that they've done. Yeah. Research involves citing examples, having peers review your findings and writings, says Beitan Daniil. Yeah. And, you know, on a surface perspective of times where I've seen that whole do your research thing being thrown around, sometimes it kind of just looks like you're just finding some article somewhere after a quick Google search that reinforces your worldview. Now, one of the problems with, like, people Googling information is that you tend to Google for the answer you're looking for. You tend to search for the answer as opposed to search for contradictions, right? Like, if you have some belief like, oh, I believe that the world is flat, you're more likely to go to a search engine to type, is the world flat, than is the world not flat, right? And so it's hard to, like, think about how what you're doing can be balanced and fair. We just naturally do things like this. It's not like I'm special. This is just like I've become aware of it now, and I have to catch myself doing it, and it's tough work, you know. It's super easy to, like, it happens to me every now and then when I let's say something political happens or whatnot, and I go, like, do a little search to find out about it, and then I kind of realise I'm sort of searching for the thing that's going to back up what I think about this. William Co-Martin says, confirmation bias, echo chamber, etc. There are a million terms for it. Yeah. Yeah, and we all need to learn. We need to learn about these things. Again, I feel like it's education that could really help here. The more we understand our own shortcomings, the better. Yellow House says, that's a weird statement. Do your own research. Can be both good and bad. If it's used as make sure to fact check stuff, then I 100% agree. But if it is thinking that you can single-handedly do research that is as credible as what professionals in the field do, then it becomes problematic. Yeah, Harold, I get exactly what you're saying. I agree with you for the most part. I just think it's the context that do your own research comes up in that is the problem, right? Like, when you hear that being said, it is usually for the first thing that you said. It is people... sorry, not first thing. It is usually people going about it the wrong way, right? Like, take something like the election in America, which some people believe is was stolen, right? That it wasn't a true election or whatever. Now, if you're of that belief because of the information you've been exposed to, you are more likely to search for information that proves you're right than you are to, by default, search for information that proves you're wrong. And if you're on the flip side of it, you're more likely to look up for information that says, oh no, it was all legitimate and here's why, than you are to look for something that says it wasn't legitimate. So, and like the average person is probably not equipped with the tools to do a deep dive on how the electoral system works and what all the checks and balances in place are and the who's who. And yeah, concepts like these have like, I guess have kind of like contributed to the erosion of like institutional trust as well as the institutions doing things that are genuinely untrustworthy at times. Hey X, how do the googly eyes stay on your face in the start of the mod? I don't have googly eyes, but some of the sheeps do, don't they? Right, noises in the ear. We got Brink85 here for 2 months. Big Pace is here with the Prime, and Liger Gaming is gifting a sub to Divine Entity. Thank you so much. Also, Liger, if you want to clip any of this, I can send you the stream after. Hi Tren, thank you for thank you for being gifted a sub by Liger. Liger, thank you for gifting the sub. Oh, I'm reading it all the wrong way around, aren't I? The thing with doing your own research is looking up information that both confirms and denies your thoughts. That is the way you don't get biased. Shinny, that sounds about right. You know, as someone who likes a lot of sciencey, education-y edutainment on YouTube, I noticed this like thing, and I don't know if I'm describing it properly, but like in the scientific community, you both actively try to prove and disprove your own theories. Like, if you have a theory, part of presenting that is like, here's the reasons why I think it could work, and then it's like, here's all the things that I did to try and prove that it didn't. Because if you're trying to prove something, it's probably not a bad idea to start off by like trying to disprove it, because that tends to be quite easy to like break someone else's idea or hypothesis with an experiment. So you like try and, what I see is this common thing of people trying to seek out what is going to this is why we got a frame rate issue at the moment, isn't it? There's all of those items right there. They need to be voided, really. Hopefully while I'm here, in 5 minutes they'll despawn or something. But probably the plates stop them from despawning or something unfortunate. Sektrov, thank you for 21 months. I actively teach my team about common confirmation biases, situational awareness, and understanding the limitations of your own brain's information and intelligence gathering is essential to learning and improving any social technical system. That sounds cool. I immediately want to know more about who you work with and what you do, because that sounds so like an intelligent way to approach it. That's awesome, dude. There's this really great book that I read that really like sparked me off on all of this stuff years ago called actually I don't know what the book is called. It might be called Thinking Fast and Thinking Slow, but this guy did a ton of like research into how we like think reactively in situations, and how we have like different types of thought system, ones that can like fire off quickly, and then another one that's like a much more slow and thoughtful system. And through examining these and like putting them through different kind of like trials and experiments, just like learn so many interesting quirks of how we think and how we have like shortcomings with that thought. It was super interesting to learn about. We should also not jump on the bandwagon of calling out echo chambers, etc. We're also prone to entering our own echo chambers, says Hytron. Yep, that's really well said. Especially the calling out. Like, I think when we point out echo chambers to one another, Hey, do you know what I could do with this? I could actually rearrange the size of this very easily. And I could expand it, which we probably need to do, looking at that mess. I think I'm going to move my torch over here temporarily to stop things spawning. Oh yeah, I need to use my corridors. Daniel Kahneman, that's the one, yeah. It's on my website, actually. I've got a page dedicated to smart thinky stuff. What was I going to waffle on about next? Gosh, I've actually forgotten somehow. Echo chamber, yes. Okay, so right, like again, it's that whole civility thing that when someone disagrees with someone else, what you might see on the internet is someone being like, get out of your echo chamber, that kind of thing, right? Now, an echo chamber is less this thing that someone else is in and more of an environment that we're all in, okay? It's kind of hard to see because you don't often think about how content is displayed to you on the internet. It's driven by algorithms, it's driven by your viewing history. Like the echo chamber that I'm in is my YouTube subscription feed and how YouTube recommends me things that I like. Like it keeps me locked into a certain set of topics and ways of thinking. I don't tend to like just jump out and see some random stuff that's happening in another little sphere in YouTube. So like echo chamber is less of a you're wrong because you're in an echo chamber thing and more of a we need to be aware of how the internet works and how the information that we consume tends to just be a reinforcement of what we already like, especially when algorithms are constantly driving and feeding us with information that we, you know, it knows we're going to like and get along with, right? That's why it's sending it our way. Shinny, I'm glad you like these conversations. It's been a while since we've had one, really. I get a bit exhausted talking about this stuff, I think, just from time to time. Like, you have to be careful because when you go into these topics, it can be quite easy to expose yourself to people that, well, I'm wording this wrong. It's not other people, it's me. I can take what people say on the internet the wrong way all too easily, just because I have a bit of a negative propensity in my mind. Like it will be easy for me to just misunderstand something or take it in a negative way. So one of the experiences of doing the Xisuma Says channel was like having to deal with a lot of different opinions coming back at me, which I wasn't really too well equipped for. And also a lot of those opinions I took very seriously and learned from as well. Like it's not just oh, you know, I don't agree with you, that doesn't make me feel good kind of thing. I might need some trim here. I think what I might do is make the storage system like go over both sides. Twitch Xisuma is way different from YouTube Xisuma in the best way possible and I love it, says Pikachu. Thanks, my dude. I mean, if you go over to the Xisuma Says channel, if you haven't seen it already, then you might, you know, you might hear more of this on YouTube. But yeah, you know, when I'm making a video, it's not about any of this stuff. When I'm streaming, it's about hanging out, having a good time. Sometimes we get a little philosophical and deep with the stuff, which that's just the way I think about stuff. I like, I don't know. It's just what I do. I just think this way a lot, and that's me. So I guess what we're going to do here is we're going to have all of these drawers kind of at this height with the glowstone there. I could, if I really wanted to, I could like pack up everything there and then fit it in better with what we got here. But I think that's a bit over the top. So we can move some of these. The question is, like, how do I want it to line up? I think I might have it literally brush right against that. Or, no, it would probably look better if the zag came over to here. So, how wide is that? I think it's 8 blocks wide. 9, 10, 11, 12. So if I brought this out 2 more, it could come as far over as that. Actually, I kind of think, again, this is 1 block forward, so maybe not. Maybe there. Ah, glowstone broken. And that one, I guess. Okay, hang on. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I could go 2. See, I'm thinking I might put it on both sides. So if we went... If I put it on both sides, I could leave it as 8, technically. So what looks good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then bam. I think I want to deliberately make it a bit shorter. So we will put 2 more blocks there. Okay, then I need that block to come over to this space. Okay, and with a lot of deliberation, I've decided that that is the spot right there. Oh, I'm going to cough. Shinny says, to be fair, you've always do an amazing job at trying to talk about all different perspectives. Thank you, Shinny. I've had a long time talking about it, though, right? And thinking about it. Like, years ago when I used to waffle on about this stuff, I don't think I handled it as well. I don't think I had, like, fully understood these concepts yet. But these days I feel like I've got my head in the right place. One of the things that really helps is just to, like, try and anchor what you're saying a bit more in principle and less in emotion. It can be quite easy to think emotionally about this stuff, and then you get like sucked into the trap of us and them and that kind of thinking. Okay, so what we're going to do is have that, so it's kind of shorter. Now I'm thinking it should be, oh god, the neatness disorder. It will ruin me. Be 7, so I could have made this shorter and put it on both sides, but that wouldn't really work. Okay, I think that's fine, and then we'll open this up a bit. So I need to go get some trim before I do this. Mr. Alex to go says, dang, just finished the day 8 stream. Sheesh. Welcome to the day 9 stream. I actually named the last one incorrectly. Believe it or not. That is the spruce trim right there. What is your view on the 16 personalities and the Myers-Briggs tests? I'm fairly sure I've heard about that, but I can't remember much about it. I mean, personality tests, psychology, it's like a field that constantly changes and evolves. I think we're probably a long, long way from understanding the psychology of a human in the way that we can understand maths and numbers. So I don't really have a strong opinion on anything related to that. Now what this is going to do is unite the sides of our thing that we got going on here. So we're going to rip out the one at the bottom and the one at the top. Oops, that can go back. And it came out again. Oh, and I can't pick that up. Now I can. So the trim goes underneath and over to the other side. My girlfriend does a psychology degree and I'm doing computer science, and damn, the amount of theory she does is insane. Couldn't be me. 10,000 word essays every month. Oh god, that would kill me. Actually, that being said, I do like writing. I write music blogs though. I don't know if I could write about psychology. That must be some intense stuff. Right, so it needs to come up in line, which is there. And now we can start to put in more storage space. So yep, the theory is correct. The theory is definitely correct. Connect. Stuff is happening now, peeps. The FPS should be getting all fixed up. Oh look, I made a mistake here. Oh no, wait, no, I didn't. Right, yeah, so, okay. This other one that I picked up, that now needs to go back into the system, really. There it is, in the system. Doing its thing. Because we've got to rip out all the other ones at this level. Right, how's our FPS? That's how our FPS is. Slowly picking up more things. Loot bags are coming in. God, that's a heap, isn't it? That's an absolute heap. Okay, let's go rip these out and move them over. That being said, like, the amount of space I've got here, I could be a bit cheeky. There's not even much space there, is there? Actually, what I'll do is I'll put the chisel away. That can go back. This can go back. Why did I make a hammer? I needed a wand. That was ages ago as well. Okay, let's do it like this. Oh, it's going to give me an item every time. Unless I don't click on it directly, I think. Because the next one didn't give me an item. So then I click on that. Right. Uh-huh. When I do my upgrades... Oh, dang it. Some of these are now going to have upgrades in. Is just another thought. Ah! Well, it'll go there. It'll work. Right, that now requires some of these. Uh-huh. You can see how it all gets finished now, which is cool. Whoops. Do I not have more of this cha-cha? Ah, I'm probably missing the wrong type. Where's my chisel? It's in the backpack. Okay, there we go. I must say, the diamond one you made 15 minutes ago looks amazing in your inventory. Wait, no, you're on about the hammer. Oh. I think at one point I just recycled all loot bags into the legendaries instead of opening them up. This high trend. Yeah, I think I might like remove some of the common ones at some point as well. Do something like that. Right, is my FPS better now? No, we're still picking up extraordinary amounts of loot over here. Just redonkulous amounts of stuff. Great. So what I think I have to do is click away and then move on to it. Cool. Also, I've just realised we actually need to take off 2 layers here. Dang. Or do I have to go... Can I put a block there and it be okay? What's going on? I'm just... Oh, look at this. It's a lack of inventory space now. Do you know what? Just throw it that way. Okay, got a few more. Whoops. That one. And this one. So, a moment ago, we were talking about echo chambers, right? And how YouTube will recommend stuff to you. I found something amazing on YouTube. If you're a fan of, like, 90s hip-hop, then this will probably interest you. The way I found it, though, is actually because of, I think because of Limp Bizkit's new album. Like, it's been pushing Limp Bizkit videos. And it's DJ Premier talking about his involvement in the song End Together Now, which I didn't actually know he was involved in. And it comes from a series he's doing where he talks you through how some of the classic songs that he produced in the 90s came together. And specifically focusing on this floppy disk technology that they use to make their songs for sampling and whatnot. Now, I knew that floppy disks was a technology that you could use to make music back in the 90s. I kind of found this out retroactively recently by watching YouTube channels where they do like retro tech, where they go back and look at stuff from the past. And because it was a while ago, I was watching some stuff related to mixing music and learning about that. And then YouTube's like, well, do you want to learn about this retro mixing of music? And then I learned about how you could actually use floppy disks to store and move music around, and I was like, oh, that's super interesting. Didn't know that like it was a key part of a lot of the classic hip-hop stuff that I listened to. And so DJ Premier has this channel where he's on YouTube doing the YouTuber thing. He's just started this series where he goes over classic songs, like the one he did for Biggie, Big L. The first one I think was like Gangstar, and there's one with Nas, and he does the Limp Bizkit song, and you just hear the story behind how the song came together. And it just reminds me of like the kind of access we have to stuff and people today is so different. If you were to learn any of that stuff like 10, 15 years ago, it would have been all like television documentary style, and it would have been done in like a very unpersonal way. But now you hear like direct from the mouth of the person who made the song, like their own thoughts on it and stuff, and it just reminded me of like how things have changed and developed and how cool all that is. I wonder how many people here have actually used a floppy disk, says Leon Query. Well, I used a floppy disk as a kid, and then maybe when I was really, really young, might have had some of those crazy like super floppy disks that like the BBC computer, whatever that thing was called, the BBC Micro used to use. Yeah, like so I kind of like know what those things are. Floppy disk games, says Ikurasu. Yeah, you used to get like demo discs, or demos on the floppy disks, right, of games, or you could buy games. Like it was a medium for a computer game or for media. So it's like a CD. It was just something that was older and came before all of that. I didn't know that they could like store that kind of information on it though. I imagine the samples were either like references to having a source sample plugged into the system, or maybe they had the compression to like take small samples and work with them. I don't know, but you could certainly fit all the programming on that stuff, because like MIDI is really lightweight. Like MIDI files can store a lot of information about music and be really small files, and you can like use them across multiple computers very easily as well. Right, there's a bit more space in the inventory now. Using floppy disks, approximately 10 to install Windows 3.11. Yeah, I remember those days. I think I had like Doom 2 on like 6 floppy disks or something. Why did I come back here? Oh, I think I wanted to just clear out space so that I could grab the hammer. That sounds about right. Hey, the lag is better, but we're still churning through all of that stuff. Fascinating. Right, I think we want to break that. So now our interface would be hidden. I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. I think once it's all running, we probably don't need to see this. So we'll go ahead and do that. And obviously we just need to sort out those blocks there. Probably going to make more black glass, make it higher, get rid of the hardened stone and put something else in there. And then just a couple of ceiling panels, and then that's this like whole area. I need upgrades though, don't I? Need those. Ugh, God. It's that jump thing getting in the way. Dang, that's annoying. Right, now I've got 5. Oh, that's trim. So where are my drawers? Did I use them all or chuck them? I think I might have thrown them away. We need 5, interestingly enough. We also need more basalt. And we've got a noise in the ear. It's the Bad Ace 5. Thank you for the Prime subscription, my dude. Appreciate it. Logical Geek Boy says, well, floppy disks were a luxury when they came out. We used tapes before that and they were a pain. I got to use the tapes, yep. On the old Amstrad. Have to listen to it loading for ages. It's amazing how like attention spans have been changed by like the changing in technology. But the technology is amazing as well. I was just thinking about it the other day. It's like I'm watching something on my phone, and then like I'm in the kitchen cooking. So then I just quickly switch it over to my iPad, and then when I'm done cooking, I like then cast it to my telly, and you know I got like this playlist of like instantly accessible video information, and I can just seamlessly watch it between different devices. It's incredible, like, and it'll find ways to get better. I think voice recognition will probably, as it gets more integrated, probably really push things to a level where, like, I mean, a lot of people are probably already out there doing it already, but you know, I got this like headset for listening to music that's got like a microphone built into it, so I can take calls on it and just like tap the ear button and take a call. But you know, it's also got a microphone. I can probably get my phone, Google Assistant or whatever, and just Google Assistant, do this, do that. I mean, I don't like using those features very much, but I could probably make use of them now. Which is just kind of crazy, just walking around and like telling it what to do. You know, like instead of me like pressing the buttons on my phone to change the things, just talking to it to get it to do it. That seems like a real possibility. Filter out the armors. That is part of what we're going to do today, yes. And Ikarasu says, for me, too many choices. Well, if you suffer from choice paralysis, which I often do, I think it's really good to pre-pick some things, pre-plan what you're going to be interested in. Because in the moment, like, I don't know, when there's so much that you could choose from, it just makes me feel like oddly dissatisfied. So I try to like imagine that there's not as many choices because I've already picked this thing. And when I do that, I just find it so much more enjoyable to like not think about all the things you could be watching. This thing might be better or whatever. Just like pick something and roll with it. Right, so we need some basalt over there. We need a fair bit of basalt. We need some of that glass, which would actually be quite easy to do now. I think we need like 3 more, but I'll make 4. And then that and this. Put you in there. Oh, we needed the upgrades. That was the other thing, yeah. That's going to be tricky. So, is it that? It is. Cool. Let's go ahead and plop one of these down. Do that again. That was an amazing trick that we did earlier. That was literally a magic trick. Right, I'm gonna need to start investing in like some sort of teleporting shortcut, because I do occasionally need to go out the back here, don't I? Right, I just want to grab those while I remember. Beautiful base expansion today. Gotta say, I love it. Bro, I'm about to start playing Minecraft all again. The FPS shooters are getting old, says Hades Awoke. I grew out of the FPS shooters a long time ago. I still like a little bit of Doom here and there, but yeah, shooter games don't have a lot of creativity in them, and I like creativity in games and problem solving. Right. Sticks. Okay, so we'll make the upgrades. I think we're going to need like... I'm probably just going to make a crazy amount and then go with that. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how many that is. Do I have it over here? It'll be 3 stacks. Therefore, I need... it's just at 6. So 18, I think? 18? Yikes. Literal yikes. Then I'm probably going to need some more for another stage, because you got to make those. So we need the drawers with the sticks around. Yikes. What do you guys think about modern MMO? I feel like they are getting way too easy and casual. I don't play any really, so I couldn't comment on that. I mean, one of the things I've noticed in gaming is that a lot of mobile games are less games and more just like dopamine machines. And I find that like kind of concerning, but I tend to avoid those sorts of things. However, I've been playing Diablo and I'm like trying to suss out like why I'm so interested in playing it when I know it's just like a complete grind game. Because I've been learning through YouTube videos about some of the deeper mechanics, which when I played when I was a kid I couldn't really discover the same way, so I just kind of like, you know, get bored of it after a while. Whereas now it's like, it's kind of like, tantalizing isn't quite the right word, but like there's this intrigue of, ooh, I know how like these people have figured out to get the best stuff in the game, but like what's the point? It's just like endless grinding. Agree, MMOs are becoming too much money churning games, says Viva Viper. Yeah, there's that aspect as well, like over time as games become more and more profitable, then that incentive exists, and that can shape and change the nature of games. So, you know, doesn't mean every game's doing that, but it's certainly a possibility, isn't it? One of the reasons I like Minecraft so much is just you make the game. Your creativity is what makes it fun or not. That for me is a great experience. Okay, that's pretty good on maxing out all of this, I guess. Still not sure how many I'm actually making in total here. Let's grab those emeralds, grab those sticks, and then make us some upgrades. And that's it. Bang. I overcalculated. Well, actually, what I probably need is more, right? Let's go make some more chests and more planks. Gonna pick jungle because I've probably got lots of it. Oh, did I get that wrong? I think I got that completely wrong. Yeah. Oh well, we'll make some more. I thought I did the math, but I had not. Right, whatever. Let's get some stickies. And do that. Then do this. Okay, that is an irresponsible amount of them now. Irresponsible, I say. Do I need any more? I might need some of that. Might need some of that, but the rest of it can stay there for a minute. Upgrades are in loot bags too, says Samson. Yeah, but I don't think they do this level. I think they do this. Oh, I need to make that wand. I need to make that wand, don't I? Let's chisel wall. Let's go make that wand. What you doing, says Poppin' Player. We decorating our base over here. By the way, peeps, if you're enjoying today's stream, be sure to hit that follow button. Because if you hit it, you might get notified of when I go live. And you might like that. You might think that's good. You might hate it. I don't know. Okay, don't hit the follow button then. God. Jeez, you might not like it. I'm sorry. God. I'm just trying to plug my own channel. God. Go make that hammer. Yeah, let's make another hammer. Right, here we go. Not a hammer. Hashtag not a hammer. Nice. Oh yeah, and I got to make the other texture at the top. Forgot about that. So I guess I'll chisel some again. Which one is it? Which one is it? I can't find... There it is. Right. Jump and press at the right time. Ugh! Ugh! Each time I think I might ruin it. There we go. There we go. Oh, did I bring the glass with me? Yeah, I did. Thank goodness. Ooh, and let's grab some of that and change it to that one. Okay, because we're going to make a modification over here. Right, first things first. Get rid of this, which takes a long time. Doesn't it do something weird when you break it? No. I think I might have broken it with a not very good pick last time. Okay, please have no creepers spawning right now. I can't actually see a thing in there. Why could I see something in there before? Was it because it had a light source? That's kind of weird. Wasn't it sealed all the way around? Dang. Well, okay. Whatever. Whatevs, bruv. Whatevs. You know? I'm hip like that. I don't give a cahoot. You know, one of those sayings that I don't like, what I used to love when I was younger, was like, I don't give a fudge. It's just like, I've realised that I actually immensely give a fudge about a lot of stuff. I care a lot. I want humanity to succeed. What can I say? I do give a fudge. I want a shirt that says, I just do give a fudge. Would that be a good shirt? Would you want that? Oh, I thought there was a gap up there where I could like peer in and do this little bit a bit easier. Huh. Just don't get the timing wrong or I'll cry. We should probably like get some creative flight stuff going eventually. Make all of this like super quick then. Oh, I've got another one to do. No! Don't you want to eat the fudge, says Liger Gaming? That's what it could say on the back. But I get it. Like, a lot of the time the expression is said, I feel like it's more of an expression of like frustration and wanting to be free of that. Like, you see all this craziness in the world and you're like, I just don't give a damn. It's like, maybe you do. Maybe you do really, it's just all a bit too messy to deal with. I don't know what I'm doing here, I'm just breaking random blocks so it's slightly neater looking. So we've got to put an item filter on and we've got to put in those upgrades. So what I can do, I don't think I can look at it and suss out if it's got... Actually I can, it's got a stack limit. So everything on that side will be upgraded. So if I look here and I click twice, yeah. That's how I'll know. And then anything that's empty, so that one's already been done. Okay, I'm like super concentrated on just looking at that one little bit and making it right. We can also use this for other storage as well, is another thought. Right, that one's upgraded. And I think all of these are. Yep. 500 and then... Cool. Right, that is now fully upgraded. Can you believe it? I can barely believe it. So the next thing that we need is the disposal system for the armor, which is basically a pain to make. Your stream's always so deep, says Ghost9. I mean, the last one wasn't. All we did was make silly puns all stream. By the way, Starbender FR, thank you for the 3 months of support, my dude. Appreciate it. By fudge, do you mean the alternative word that we should never say, says Ben Does Games. Yes, I mean the alternative word to the word that you should never say. Because I said so. Don't say it! God. It'll give you a dopamine rush in your brain. It's an addiction. Let's now make, or grab. Right, we want those. So they're not called. Are they called filters? I always. Oh, what did I just do? I think I always search item filter and don't find it is the problem. So we want some string, some sticks, some redstone, and a maker of those. They stack, thank goodness. Then we need transfer node for items. Got one. And we need a pipe, and then we need some sort of voiding block. So like a trash can. Cobblestone and stone with a chest. Got cobble. Where's the stone at, homie? I am just going to do this. X, you can use Ender IO Conduit with an advanced filter to get every kind of armor out of it. Yeah, but how much of a rabbit hole do I have to go down to get there, right? Like... And, well, let's go at Ender Advanced. So, like, advanced item filter. Oh! Oh, yeah! The old Xisuma splice with the Solarium and the mob head. Actually, I've got mob heads. Oh, yeah, the Solarium. With those things, yeah. Yeah. Just quickly make one of them, X. Oh, just quickly. Come on. Come on. Like that, make one. God, why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you doing that? I want to see you craft things for the next 10 minutes so you can do this job quicker. Oh, no, I mean slower. Sorry, no. Won't be quicker. No. Mr. Alex Negosa has never said quickly. That's quite alright. I'm just having fun. So what we got to do now... Oh, did we make our trash? Oh, you distracted me! That is unacceptable. That is worse than saying fudge. Oh, distracted me. Unacceptable. Okay, let's go do that. And then... Oh, it's not even there anymore. Do this. Now we can trash the can. Oh, is Mr. Xisuma getting distracted and cranky? Says TBNR Woods. I am not cranky in the slightest. I'm feeling perfectly fine. Okay, so over the back here, I'm not sure we got a lot of space. Well, we do have a little bit of space there, even though there's a mob farm right nearby, and we got a little bit of space below. So if ever we need to like build multiple systems here, it's good to know what the limits of what we can do at the moment is. I think I can break that block. There you go. So what I'll do is I think I'm going to put it on this side. We have trash can here. These two things, and then we need the filter first. Right, I kind of need a filter before I connect it, otherwise I'll start trashing random stuff. So we're going to break these up. We're going to take out boots. Basically do leather first. So over here we're going to put these things in. We will ignore MBT, ignore the mater, and I think ignore that as well. Be interesting to see what happens then. So over here, first thing we're going to do, yeah, is put in our newly created leather filter. I can put more. Actually, I probably should put more in. Let's rethink that. Oh, but then my inventory is going to get ugly quick. So like 1, 2, 3, 4. We could get rid of the diamond stuff. Honestly, it's diamond. It's like not very good. Funny enough. Oh, there's swords as well to deal with. So I think I'm going to just put them in groups. Right, that should be... Oh no, it probably won't be enough. Well, whatevs, bruv. There you go. So we need one more set of armor. There is this other stuff. Oh, is there iron in here? Like iron leggings? I guess I could craft some. Oh yeah, look, here you go. 1, 2, 3. Where'd the heads at? Heads up here. Cool. Just got to get rid of some of this other stuff. Cool. Back to the filter. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we've got a fully functioning filter. We'll put it into here. Right, can you only have one per? I thought you could have multiple. Ah, that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Not one I'm going to worry about. Huh? So, in theory, it should just be yoinking all of these sorts of things out now. A bit hit and miss with if it's going to let something go in or not. Oh, they're gone. Right, now, I don't know if it's working yet. Oh, did I just see something disappear? Let's stand back and see if we see something disappear. Mr. Geister, thank you for 45 months. Illuminatus1310, thank you for your subscription. Very much appreciated. Kono Tyrant says, X, I think you can put a filter inside of a filter. You can, but then you have to like manage all of your filters, and I think we're probably going to get what we want out of what we just made. If other stuff starts filling it up, we'll put a second one on there at some point. The iron chest plate and trousers are the wrong way around. Oh, don't worry about it. It's insignificant. It might be taking stuff from over here first, which actually it kind of looks like it is. And there'll be a lot more of it. Oh! Picked up things. I mean, I don't see any numbers changing, but I'm not sure where to look to see them changing. What's weird is that when we go over here, it's just empty. Maybe if we destroy that... Where did it go? Oh, it probably got put into the system, yeah. Right, okay, no, it probably was working then. Right, so... Oh, God, where is it? Where'd the trash can go? Down here. Oh, I've noticed some little statues. Oh, they are going to be so cool. Oh, look at that little skeleton man. Oh, we're definitely going to have to build a little statue room somewhere, aren't we? That's going to be a fun little project. Okay, so it's doing its thing. It is doing its thing. Ain't no thing but a chicken wang. Cool. Right, that's like a project done right there. We get to move our torch back now. There we go. Which will enable things to spawn in there again. And the exact placement of this torch is something I'm not sure I can actually remember. It was before, I think it was about there, so hopefully that's still good. X, if you put down an Enderman head, it will follow you around. So spooky. Dang. That does sound spooky. Ooh. Do I want to be in this one? Actually, that looks kind of cool, doesn't it? So, let's get it neatly lined up. That will make a great thumbnail. So when it comes to colossal chests, we just got to pick somewhere to put it. And it's probably going to go off in this direction. Let's grab this thing. Just got to mine out the way there now, really, haven't we? Bayturned Neil says, love this as a thumbnail. It looks nice, doesn't it? Got that nice kind of symmetry, but like a little something on either side. I feel like I need a trash can of my own. I don't mind leaving these chests around for a minute, actually, because they're all going to get lumped into a different chest real soon when we do the colossal chest. Have I got anything in my backpack that don't really belong? That hammer, that can go. Maybe the upgrades don't really need to be there. It was supposed to be for tools. So... that is a good way just to get rid of things for now. Yeah, we are all on point. for the next one, which will be tomorrow, if all goes to plan. I shouldn't have done that. Massive thank you to everyone for tuning in today. Be sure to hit the follow button here on Twitch if you enjoyed yourself. We will be doing a riggedy raid at the end of this stream. I'm just going to pick someone. So, massive thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated, and cheered. As always, I appreciate your support. Thanks to all of my patrons. Thank you for all those gifted subs. And I'm going to send you over to Zedaf today. Our fellow hermit. Although I don't think he's on Hermitcraft. That's it from me, though. Take care. Bye-bye.